Hello and welcome to a look at Airwolf for the Commodore 64, a game that was released by Elite. The background plot thing for this game is that you are in control of a Stringfellow Hawk, the only pilot in the world that's been taught to pilot the billion-dollar super high-tech, spiffy, overpowered helicopter called Airwolf. And Stringfellow Hawk has been assigned a task to go and rescue some important scientists which have been kidnapped and held hostage. So, using the full stealth capabilities of the helicopter, he's going to fly a series of night missions in a subterranean base. Yeah, never mind. And at times he will bump into shooty stuff which are controlled by a box. So if you shoot the box controlling the shooty stuff will no longer shoot stuff at you. And some of the shooty boxes things are also required in order to open up pathways so you can progress in the underground base. The task obviously is to locate the hostages, and in order to do that you have to bypass various different obstacles. Beyond the shooty things I mentioned earlier, you also have brick walls that you can thankfully shoot your way through. But you will also have things like falling boulders and android things chasing you and demonic heads bouncing all over the place. Elements I quite vividly remember from the TV series. But once you have finally worked out how to locate a hostage, you will have to make sure to find your way back to the base and drop said hostage off and start the next mission. 5 hostages, of course, means 5 missions, and they have to be done in one sitting, as you will get to see for yourself. I am not completing this game in this video, trust me. I wouldn't want to even remotely try to do so. Let's do technical things so we can go back to talking about the game as a whole. Graphically, considering this game is from 1985, I think it looks quite spiffy. The helicopter looks believable, especially the rotor is animated in a cool way, I think. It may not spin as quickly as you would want it to, but it works perfectly fine. The main sprite sort of resembles Airwolf in a very basic way, but you can easily get a feel for being in control of this high-powered, super high-tech, completely and utterly unbelievable helicopter. Backgrounds and similar stuff. It is an underground base, and as such, I suppose you can expect a lot of rock, and you will be seeing a lot of rock, and it looks believable. It fits the game. Nothing really stands out as being out of place, except for the fact that you are facing bizarre objects which have no place in a game based on the TV series, where said objects, monsters, whatever else they might be, did not exist. The sound effects are fairly decent. Nothing stands out particularly positive nor negative, but I do believe the sound effects suit the game, and as such, I have no issues with the sound effects. They could always be more spiffy, they could always be more dramatic and all that kind of stuff, but you know what, if it works, it works. The title tune, or in-game tune if you don't disable it, which you thankfully can because it gets a bit dull to listen to after a while, to be honest, it's a rendition of the very famous tune from the TV series, which of course likely means that this video is going to get flagged by YouTube, but whatever. The tune is one of those tunes that is incredibly recognizable, and you don't have to do much in order to um, trigger that recognition. And while I have heard significantly more spiffy and upbeat variations of that theme on the Commodore 64, the theme for this game, it works. It's nothing special, but it's not bad either. The controls: left to move left, or right to move right, up and down to control your helicopter up and down. If you gently move left if you are facing right, and gently move right if you're facing left, you'll go into a forward-facing position, allowing you to shoot straight down, whereas if you are facing in a certain direction, you will shoot in that direction. The controls themselves work perfectly fine, but yeah, that is a game mechanic that I will get to right around now. The main thing that sets a helicopter apart from other flying units is the ability of the helicopter to hover, which of course means to hang completely still in the air without flying forwards or backwards or sideways or ascending or descending. But that is not an option in this game, and unfortunately I think that is out of necessity. When you fly left or right, you will maintain your altitude, but as soon as you stop flying either direction, your helicopter will be affected by a gravitational pull, which that you, of course, you have to counteract constantly. It also means, unfortunately, that when you are trying to fly through a narrow gap between obstacles, you have to make sure to ascend before you actually start flying, so you end up in the line you're trying to fly at, instead of descending into an obstacle which will bounce you back. Flying in a straight line and hitting an obstacle will also bounce you back, and at that point the game will say, haha, you are no longer flying forward, you are now affected by gravitational pull yet again, meaning that you can be bounced from one obstacle to another, to another, to another, losing your shield power thing at a very, very unpleasant rate. The problem with that control scheme is the fact that without it, the challenge would be to learn the layout of the base and go and pick up the hostages, and you could likely do that in about 15 minutes. So in order to give the game any sort of challenge, that control method thing has been included, and I think it is an incredibly obnoxious way to add difficulty to a game. When you're shooting stuff, your shots may go where you fired it at, but the actual connection point of the shot, irrelevant of what the graphics may show, is in a straight line from the tip of the nose of the helicopter, which can make it quite awkward when you're trying to shoot something and you keep missing it because your shot seems to be connecting, but your helicopter's nose is somewhere else, and that is where the actual connection is taking place. As you probably saw, once you rescue a hostage, there's no break, there's no, haha, you are a hero. No, you just get sent out on the next mission. So basically, you have to rescue all 5 hostages in one sitting. The controls being what they are, it is not something that I fancy myself doing at any given point. I don't fancy the idea that the main difficulty is fighting the controls of any game, and it doesn't add anything to this game either. Which, by the way, only is connected to the TV series by main tune and title. On that note, thanks for watching, take care, see you next time. Bye bye for now.